what we need to know. Also, have you ever heard of sleep divorce? I hadn't, but apparently it's a real thing. We're going to tell you what it is, and we'll talk about it. Also, did you know that today is Cashback Day? I didn't know that either. It's a real thing, and we'll tell you how you can save big time. Lunch break starts right now.
It's your lunch break with Jay Crawford.
And a very good Thursday to you. Welcome to Lunch Break for November 7th. I just realized by looking at that, tomorrow is my brother's birthday. I have to tell myself mentally, don't forget to call your brother.
Yes, put it in your phone.
Yeah, I will. I'm going to do that as soon as the show's over. Welcome to the show. I'm Jay Crawford, and I'm excited because today, joining us at the lunch table for the very first time, Danielle Serino. I'm thrilled to have you here.
Thank you, and I'm thrilled to be here. This is exciting.
Wonderful. And you're going to love this because we have a lot of sort of consumery stories.
I saw.
And, of course, Danielle is our consumer expert, so you've come to the right place. First on the menu today, it is weather. And the big question here is winter weather here for the next couple of months. That is the question. And joining the party, meteorologist Michael Estime. And so I want to know what we're going to get here. I hear snow being mentioned, and I want to know how much.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Well, here's the thing. Lots of folks this morning woke up to some rain, but it is now beginning to mix with some snow. Some of our guests on Live on Lakeside just a moment ago were saying, yeah, it's starting to snow, especially south of Cleveland.
Why don't we talk about the winter, though? I went out with an umbrella, and it flipped around. It was so bad, and it broke off.
Right.
Oh, but
it's broken umbrella season.
Yeah, windy, it's wet, it's snowy out there.
What are we talking about? Like, could we actually see some accumulation?
You know what? I think that we will actually. You'll notice that rain-snow mix that we were talking about, especially south of Cleveland. Not only there, but northern Geauga County, you're seeing a couple of snowflakes as well. I'm not expecting a ton in the way of accumulation. Down toward Akron, Canton, you're seeing some light rain mixing with some snow. But notice it's along a much larger system.
Wow.
This is all bringing down, guys, some really cool air. In fact, the coldest air of the season on the way, so get ready for it. I think that through the afternoon and through, say, rush hour, you'll notice a couple of snow showers starting to linger. And then, Jay, you're back in town, so you now know, and you'll be reintroduced to lake effect.
Yeah.
And that.
Oh, I didn't miss lake effect.
No, that's
Where
right.
do you live?
Oh, man.
Falls.
Oh.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I know.
Oh, Jay, you are in for it, man.
I know.
I
did not take that into account.
Yeah.
So I'm curious because I always want to know when it starts to get cold. So what are we in for the next couple of months? So on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being mild,
right,
10 being wild,
right,
what kind of winter do you see us having?
Honest to goodness, I would peg it at about a 7.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I was thinking,
little
hoping
more
for a 5.
Wait,
right.
7 in terms of how bad it's going to be?
Not only do I think that we'll see our chances for more snowfall this year are increased. That's according to the Climate Prediction Center. So we're expecting a higher chance of more snow. Danielle's looking at me like, wait a minute, no.
Haven't you seen over the years that it's been less snow, or at least it's been me?
Well, you know, it depends. Here in Northeast Ohio, it's really interesting because really it all depends on lake effect. Yeah. And where those lake effects persist and where those bands set up. And that will really be the determiner for us on how much snow that we pick up. So out of this system, I think we see about, less than an inch tonight. Okay. But it's the lake effect tomorrow that'll be something that we'll have to watch.
Michael, thanks.
Welcome home, Jay.
Welcome home.
Okay, first on our discussion menu today, this is interesting. Danielle, have you ever heard of sleep divorce?
I've never heard of sleep divorce, but what I have heard about is with high-end homes, them building 2 master bedrooms. There's a trend towards that.
So the husband using one, the wife using another?
Exactly.
Well, that's actually what sleep divorce is. Sleep divorce is actually when married couples sleep in different beds or different rooms.
I thought it was they get divorced because of sleep problems.
No, I initially thought that could be what it was referring to, but it means when married couples use different rooms or different beds to sleep in. There are a variety of reasons why you might do that. Work shift. Yeah. Maybe if one of the two snore. But listen to this. According to a survey, 1 in 4 couples are actually sleep divorced, and another 30% want a sleep divorce. What do you make of this whole trend?
Because sleep has become so important to people these days. You'll hear every doctor talk about how important it is for your health purposes to get it.
As important as diet.
Right, and so many people are working so many hours these days. They have different jobs. You have your third shift people. Look at the people on our morning show who, they have to get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, and then they have their spouse.
Tough.
So it's tough. It's, detrimental to the relationship, especially if you can't sleep.
I get that. I do. Personally, I'm not sleep divorced.
Right.
I don't know how my wife puts up with my tossing and turning because I'm a turner in bed.
Oh, yeah. So you
But
steal
she
all the
does.
covers and everything.
I do. Yeah. I'm a mess.
As do I. I'm a
am
temperature.
mess.
Mine's a temperature issue.
Oh, okay. I get it.
I need the hurricane fan on.
I used to be that guy. Next on the menu, student debt. Danielle, how much would you say the average college graduate has in student debt when they're out of school?
I happen to know what that is, and
Oh,
it's
you do?
like $30-something thousand. It's obscene, and the total amount of debt is more than $1 trillion. And put that in perspective, the entire country, the United States debt, all of our economy, 22 million. So,
Trillion.
Excuse me, 22 trillion.
Yeah.
Thank you. So, I mean, that's obscene.
It is, and I was reading this morning that with the exception of home debt, student debt is the biggest part of our individual debt in the United States of America, which is a new study found that 80% of graduates view themselves in a life sentence with their school debt. 50% say that they would either shave their head or walk to and from work every day for a month to eliminate their debt. In fact, there were a large number of the respondents from this survey said that they would stay in jail for a week.
I saw that.
To eliminate their school debt.
But I mean, there's two issues going on here. First of all, the cost of a private school education is out of control.
Through the roof.
Double what it was when I went to school 12,000 years ago.
Wow.
But the problem is the interest rates. They are charging usury rates. I've spoken to people who pay 19% interest.
Okay, that should be illegal.
Right, but it's not. You know, they go after the payday loan peoples. It's nearly as bad.
I have an idea. I don't think any bank should get rich on the backs of young people.
But they do.
I want a 1% student loan rate across the board. They're still making money on that.
They're making plenty of money on what it costs these days.
I don't think banks should get rich off the backs of young college graduates.
Who are just trying to better themselves.
Yes,
right,
exactly. Well, this is interesting. Presidential candidate Kamala Harris has introduced a new bill in the Senate, along with Ohio Senator Sherrod Brown. He's the co-sponsor of this bill. It would extend the school day, Danielle, by 3 hours. It's called the Family Friendly School Act. And the aim here is to help low-income families who can't afford childcare after their kids get out of school and before they get home from work. What do you think?
I thought when I first heard it, I understand the thought process about it, but then are they going to pay the teachers more? I mean, these people are already working nonstop. They have to prepare for their lesson, grade their tests. They've already become babysitters and parents to a lot of the kids who come from troubled homes, and now you're dumping even more on them.
Yeah, 3 hours. Well, you're extending everybody's day by 3 hours.
And who's paying for that?
Yeah, that is the best question. So I looked into it, and basically the bill would only help 500 schools. So they're going to target 500 schools in low-income areas.
Is that for a pilot, or is that overall?
No, that's what the bill is stated for. So they want to help 500 low-income school districts and extend their days. But when you look at the price tag of this, like everything else, look, I think free healthcare is a beautiful idea.
Right.
But before you enact any kind of legislation, you have to figure out what the cost is. And right now, I pass this billboard every day on the way to work. Every individual in the United States of America is responsible for $70,000 of our national debt.
That's a lot.
That's for you, for me, and for Stephanie Haney, who is here now to tell us what's clicking in Cleveland. $70,000 per person.
That's a lot of money. Now, this is normally a very exciting day, and it is still an exciting day, but we have a little bit of a caveat here. The Starbucks holiday cups are back, but the gingerbread latte is not. We've got one of each of the 5 holiday designs here, including the reusable one that you get if you get a holiday drink. There's one for every holiday beverage. We've got the peppermint mocha, the toasted white chocolate mocha, caramel brulee, chestnut praline, and eggnog, but no, I did not say gingerbread latte, not here in the US, but you can get one in Canada if you want to. Now, if you don't want to take a road trip to get your gingerbread latte, people are understandably very upset about that. Like poor Casey Whitney, who's getting married in 2 days. She has been looking forward to this gingerbread latte for the past 2 years on her wedding morning, and she's not happy about it. Now, people are understandably asking why, like Sarah Begeman, who has guessed that maybe this has something to do with sales. I emailed Starbucks this morning and I asked them, why would they do this to us? And they said that they are simplifying the menu and they think it makes for a better customer experience, and also that they will continue to review the number of beverages featured all year round. Now, in a previous email, they also told me that customers can still enjoy their gingerbread loaf, but as Christy Madero pointed out here, a loaf is not a latte. You can drink it.
Yes, but
know
you
what I
can
mean?
dip the loaf
Yes, you
in
can.
the coffee.
Yes, you can.
If you have a loaf to dip in a gingerbread latte, sure, you can do that. But if you do want one, there is a place that you can go. Dunkin' Donuts did not waste a second with a very petty response to let us know that they have what you need. They tweeted letting us know, hey, if you were thinking about maybe grabbing a gingerbread latte, wrapping presents, going sleighing, and Starbucks was like, nah, you're cool, they've got you covered.
Smart move
A lot
by
of
Dunkin'
people
Donuts.
are really devastated about this, myself included, and I actually like the peppermint mocha.
Well, you could buy some coffee beans and brew your gingerbread.
Yeah, but I think part of the experience is
I
it's
know what
quick,
you're
it's
saying.
easy, you go through.
I do know.
Personally, I'll never miss it. I'm not a coffee drinker, and I'll never miss it.
What?
Nope, never had a cup. Not in my whole life. Hey, are you a camper?
I am not a camper, but believe it or not, I have gone camping.
Okay, that's interesting. I grew up camping.
Yeah.
My family was huge into it. Younger generation, though, not as interested as their parents were. In fact, numbers are down at national parks. So the Parks Department has made a recommendation to open national parks to the following: better Wi-Fi, Amazon deliveries, food trucks, and commissary type stores throughout the national parks. Whole idea here, younger people are more used to having all of these amenities. You don't get those amenities when you're in a national park. The whole idea is to get people to come to the national parks, so you think this is a good idea or not?
Well, it's a two-folded idea.
Okay.
I understand trying to get the younger people to be interested in camping.
Right.
But they're really doing this also to make money from the national parks.
They are.
Because they're going to be charging more money. I understand that. My concern is only, you know, how many people are going to be tramping through there, and they're going to be throwing all their delivery boxes on the floor. And as part of this plan, seniors are not going to get those discounts anymore. There's going to be blackout dates.
You're
and
right.
I feel bad for them because, you know, they're on a limited income. They're probably a big part of the, you know, the commerce that goes on at the parks. But, you know, they need money.
Whatever it takes to keep the national parks alive and thriving, I'm okay with
that's
it.
what they're looking
I don't
at,
want
so.
McDonald's in national parks.
I can see that coming.
It has a limit.
And Starbucks.
As long as they have the gingerbread latte. Next on the menu, I've got a question for you, Danielle. What is Cashback Day?
It's awesome.
I'm told it's today. We're going to talk about it when lunch break comes right back. Stay with us.
Okay.
Welcome back to Lunch Break. It is here, holiday season. I know it used to be the day after Thanksgiving, but those days are long gone.
Oh, no.
Stores have holiday sales. You see them everywhere. And today is this new thing I'm just now finding out about. It's called Cashback Day.
Thought it was brilliant.
I seem to like the idea.
There are other sites that do this all year round, but Retail Me Not decided to do it this year, and they're giving an enormous amount of cash back, 20%. And think about it, you're shopping no matter what. You're online.
Yes.
All you have to do is go to their website or their app and shop at the stores. They'll link you right to the stores that you want to shop at, and boom, you get 20% off on $20, 20% cash back.
What's not to love about that?
And you don't have to do anything now. You're not going to get rich doing this.
No.
I belong to this site, Rakuten, and I only got $120 over the past couple of years, but that's
better than nothing.
Better than nothing.
Tiffany Tarpley explains more about Cashback Day.
Thursday is Cashback Day. Haven't heard of it? Well, that's because it's new. Hundreds of retailers are offering up to 20% cash back through the consumer savings website, Retail Me Not.
If you're looking to shop in any category, you can guarantee that you're going to find that category and that particular store on Cashback Day.
It's a 24-hour shopping holiday on the first Thursday of November. Macy's offering 20% cash back, Neiman Marcus 16%. Online retailers like Amazon and Overstock are also involved. You'll find hundreds more. We're talking about cashback deals on apparel, electronics, shoes, jewelry, and toys.
There are some retailers who are offering a little bit more and a little bit less, but the average is about 20% payout.
So the big question, how does it work? You can log on to Retail Me Not's website or download the app onto your phone and then create an account. Once in the app, click on the Cashback tab. You'll see hundreds of online retailers and their deals. Click the store you're interested in, click on Activate and Shop, but before you buy, make sure you check all of the boxes to qualify for the cash back. And you're on your way to savings.
So I'm going to lean on your consumer expertise.
Okay.
How does this work?
What you do is, like I said, you sign up for their app or website, and they will immediately direct you to the retailer who offers that cashback offer. And then once you buy it, you don't get the money right away. They put it into a PayPal or Venmo account, which I don't love, because Rakuten, which I use, they send you a check back,
right away,
which I think is easier. Yeah. You can also get a gift card, but again, you're getting something for nothing. And on this site, it's up 20+%. On some of the sites, and that's a lot back.
That's sizable.
Yeah, especially if you're a deal person, and that extra money you get back, put towards other gifts.
Buy more gifts.
Or other gifts, or bank it. So there's no downside to this, except there's other parts of this app that they can find out where you are shopping. And
well, that's with everything.
Every single app, and I'm actually doing a story on that Friday night, shameless plug.
Nice tease.
Yep.
Okay, that's why I like you, because you have the consumer expertise. More lunch break right after this. Stay with us. Welcome back to Lunch Break. It's about that time. Winter's just around the corner, and that means you have to do a couple of things to your lawn to make sure that come springtime, it looks beautiful and it's at its best. And to help us, Noelle Aiken from Patina Garden Centers is here. I love lists.
Okay.
Top 3 things I need to do to my yard to make sure it's popping in the spring.
Okay, well, first thing is your lawn care, right?
Right.
So you want to make sure you cut it low, about 1.5 inches, because if the lawn's too high, it starts to get all of those diseases that it can get in the winter. Next thing, keep all the leaves off the yard, right?
Okay.
So same thing, if you get leaves packed on your lawn, then the next thing you're going to see is more disease, more problems, bare spots.
Okay. And number 3?
Number 3 is actually going to be either fertilizing and/or fertilizing and treating any weeds you have. So you can use a step 4 fertilizer, like a winterizer, and then some of them have a weed killer in them. So you just put it down as you're feeding the lawn, and it's already taking care of some of those perennial weeds that you might have in the lawn.
One of the things that I've always tried to do, if I can, is aerate the soil and overseed.
Okay.
Is there a cutoff that I shouldn't do that? So it should be done by when? Now's probably too late though, right?
No, you could still aerate now.
Okay.
However, if you're going to overseed with grass seed, you might not get a great germination rate just because of how cool it is.
When should I plant and how late can I plant?
Right now in the fall, trees and shrubs, it is an excellent time to plant.
The best time in your mind?
Really, yes. It's a great time to plant bulbs too.
Okay, Noelle, so you brought some items that we would need for planting this time of year.
These shrubs that we have here would create some fall and winter interest in your garden. This little guy is a Rheingold arborvitae, and it always looks like this.
Does it ever lose everything?
No.
The needles stay?
Yeah, needles stay
year
on
round?
it. Yeah, this one's a great one. This is deciduous holly, or sometimes it's called winterberry, and this one is a native to Ohio. So it'll grow in sun or shade, clay soil, wet soil, dry soil.
How deep do we dig these plants, and what do we put to the soil to make sure they go better?
Sure, so the hole should be twice as wide as the pot.
Okay.
And the depth of the pot.
Okay,
Yes.
very good.
When you're digging out that soil, you want to amend it. So we were talking about composted leaves. You could use that, whatever you want. And then you put the starter in the hole before you put
And
the
how
plant
much?
in. About a 1/4 cup.
That's it. I would think whole bag.
No.
Okay. More isn't always better. Okay, now you also have bulbs, which are great ideas because I love things that are low maintenance.
Bulbs, usually you can dig the hole, drop them in, and they're going to do their
How
thing
deep do you
for
dig the hole for the bulbs?
So normally with bulbs, what you do is you do 2 to 3 times their height. So a daffodil bulb is maybe 3 inches.
Right.
So double it, triple it, 6 to 9 inches.
Okay. Now, can I dig one wide hole and just put a whole bunch of them in there?
Yes.
Okay,
that's a great
good.
idea.
And this stuff is interesting because this is going to keep the things away that we don't want near them, right?
So this is a granular animal repellent. When you dig the hole, go ahead and put your bulb tone in. Go ahead and put your bulbs in. Shake the granular repellent around them. That should keep the chipmunks, the squirrels, those types of guys from digging them up.
They are the bane of my existence.
They are.
I got you squirrels and chipmunks right here. Don't forget this. Noelle, this is all great advice. It's stuff that we can do now in the fall to make sure that our lawn looks beautiful come springtime.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Great advice.
Thank you.
Noelle is my new best friend. She has all kinds of great tips like that, and it's very helpful. And I want to help you. Go to PatinaGardenCenter.com, and there's a gardening tab there, and it's on the left, and you scroll down, and then you click to How To. And when you click on that how-to videos, you get tips on how to do anything you're interested in doing in your yard. It's very helpful.
Now is it for people like me who, kill every plant that they get?
I asked Danielle when the piece was running, have you ever stood behind or ridden on a lawnmower of any kind? And the answer was no.
But wait, tell them. I grew up in New York City.
Yes.
I'm not going to be mowing the concrete.
Next on Lunch Break, McDonald's is going old school. We'll explain. So your lunch break crew is very excited about this. All three here. McDonald's kicking off Throwback Thursday. They're putting some classic toys into their Happy Meals. Yes, Hamburglar will be in there. And this is going from Thursday until Monday or until they run out. It's to celebrate their 40th anniversary of the Happy Meal. I love this idea. I think it's great.
First of all, I'm a Happy Meal eater because it's the way to get your fast food fix without having 3,000 calories.
Right, exactly.
And I don't have children, but I'll give the toy away to some child that's in the restaurant or bring it in for my colleagues.
Yeah. I'm all about the nostalgia. And Stephanie wants the Barbies.
I do.
To return.
I didn't know they had Barbies.
I collected the Barbies. You could choose the Hot Wheels or the Barbies. I always took the Barbies.
We are back tomorrow. We'll see you then.
Thanks for making Free News a part of your afternoon. Watch us live wherever you are, on our website, on our apps, and on Hulu and Roku. No matter where you are, 3 News is there.